Well, I'm joined now by Dr. Orlando Auciello. He is the current MRS president for this year. Welcome. Good to see you.
Thank you very much. Nice to see you.
Well, this is your first tenure as MRS president. What are you looking forward to this week?
Well, we are looking forward for a very exciting and productive meeting. We have information that we may even have a record attendance this year in spite of the economical times we are going through.
How many people are you expecting?
We are expecting like 5,900 people if everything goes okay, but this is only tentative. We don't have the numbers yet. But, and we are looking forward for promoting, as in all past meetings, a lot of networking, because the main objective of this meeting is for scientists that are coming and also graduate students, postdoctorals, to have networking, talking to colleagues, and establish new collaborations that can lead to new science and technology. So we are very excited about this meeting this week, and we are going to push forward for doing what we are doing. And the other very interesting thing is that this week, according to the preliminary data we have about scientists from about 60 countries. And that is in relation to our MRS society has a global reach. And about 45% of our members are from abroad. So this is a worldwide reaching society.
A true international group.
Exactly.
You're someone who's been engaged as the leader of MRS for quite some time. Why did you decide to become so involved with this organization?
Well, I am a member of other scientific and technological organizations, but MRS has this special appealing that we are doing the science and technology for using the materials that we are getting to know into new applications, new devices, and materials are impacting the life of people every second of their life. Everything you touch, you are touching that piece of paper is a material. And so materials are touching our lives every second of our lives and are impacting the quality and the way of life of all the people. And that's why this society and the science we are doing in this particular society is so exciting, because we get to impact the quality and way of life of people all over the world.
So your passion is very evident. What would you say to individuals who are considering becoming active in MRS, governance, and maybe volunteer activities?
We need a lot of few good men and women with a lot of energy and passion for the science of materials. And I encourage all those members that are seeing this TV video to consider seriously to come and help us in organizing the next future for the Material Research Society. One of the things we have in our society is that we bring new people all the time, because we want to renovate the life and ideas, and that is very important.
MRS has a strong constituency among academic and government researchers, of course, and one of your goals as MRS president is that to increase involvement among industry researchers as well?
Exactly, because in the past we had the industry attending MRS, and then over the years, very slightly we started drifting a little bit in organizing too many symposiums on fundamental science, disregarding a little bit the applied science component. And industry is very interested on the applied science component because they want to apply the science into real devices to bring it to the market. So this is one main effort that I wanted to do as a president of the MRS, together with all my colleagues of the governance, and also in interacting with the members of the MRS to try to balance a little bit more the breadth of the symposium in order to attract industry back. And the main reason is because the fundamental and applied science we are doing, and that is being exposed in this week and all our meetings, has a tremendous impact in a new generation of high-tech devices that have an impact on economy. For instance, the transistor that generated an economy of billions and billions of dollars came out from many years of fundamental and applied science in materials.
So your goal is obvious, but what tools or what strategies are you using to engage the industry setting?
We have started 3 or 4 years ago a new symposium called Innovation and technology, in which we bring scientists like me. For instance, I started a company, Advanced Diamond Technology, in 2003. I am starting a second company, Original Biomedical Implants. So we are bringing scientists like me that have been become entrepreneurs, bringing the science from the lab into the market, and we are bringing those to this symposium to give talks and show the people how they can do this transition, bringing the science from the lab into the marketplace. And in this meeting, we are also bringing angels, investors, and VCs, because the entrepreneur scientist has to learn how to talk to the angels and VCs to get funding for the startups. So we are doing that, and in fact, this week there is going to be that symposium on innovation and technology that has been very successful in the last 3 years we organized.
So you're a scientist and an entrepreneur, so you walk the walk and you're talking the talk.
Exactly.
Dr. Orlando Auciello, thank you.
Thank you very much.